Minasan konnichiwa, it's me Shogo.
And Harumi.
Welcome back to the second episode of Shogo and Harumi's podcast. Well, the second
version
episode.
2.
Version
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2, episode 2 of season 2. I don't know how many seasons we're going to be having, but because if there's a season 3, it means we stopped at one point again. So it's probably better that we don't have a season 3. But welcome back.
Welcome
now
back.
the Shogo and Harumi recording this is in 2025 finally. So this is going to be our first episode. We're actually recording in New Year's. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I really hope you're enjoying your time in the New Year's. In Japan, well, at least for us, I actually, am working in the tourism industry with the samurai training activity in Kyoto, which I've been running for 2 full years now. We actually have more than 900 reviews with 4.99 star on Airbnb. We have more than 100 reviews on Theater. Also, have about 4.99 stars over there too. Yeah, and so on and so forth. And that at the end of the year and beginning of the year is actually really, really busy because a lot of people are in Japan to enjoy the end of the year, New Year's countdown kind of stuff in Japan. And then from the last half of January to most of February, it's going to be very, very quiet. It's the quiet season.
Quiet season, you say?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know what the right word is. Maybe the calm season, quiet season, not busy season, off season. Yeah, whatever it is. So,
off season is Japanese.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So for a while, it's going to be right now. At the point of recording, it's January 5th. So it was still really, really busy today. And tomorrow a little bit, but it's going to soon get a little bit better. Yeah. So I don't really feel, we call in Japanese oshogatsu, which means the New Year's season, that much because I'm always working. Yeah. And this isn't just for me recently, though, just because I'm working in the tourism industry. Since I was 18, I've been working at a izakaya that was opened all year round. So every end of the year, beginning of the year, I would be working at that izakaya, so I wouldn't go home, which, oshogatsu is kind of like how you would spend Christmas, in the Western countries. So yeah, you would usually go home to see your parents and your relatives would come together. And at least for the first 3 days of January would be that we call sanganichi, which means the three days literally. Yeah, January 1st to 3rd. Yeah, you would usually take it easy, relax, just spend time with your family kind of thing. But I have not done that for many years. Yeah. And another thing is, because my mother is from Kyoto, so she would always come over to Kyoto anyways to see her parents, which are my grandparents, which are living in Kyoto. So yeah, this year too, my mother and my brother was actually here for the first and second day of 2025, and we spent some time together. I wasn't there actually, but at least our kids, her grandchildren, you were able to spend time with her. Yeah, and so on and so forth. So that was nice. And do
you know the shorts that I saw a short that all over the world, every country, how they spent their New Year, the countdown.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So every very special, famous place, we'll do the fireworks and Happy New Year, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yay!
Kind of thing, yeah.
The whole,
2025. Yeah.
And then Japanese New Year was like, boom.
The bells.
The bells.
Yeah.
Super quiet.
Yeah, at the temples and such. Yeah. The bells, yeah.
The conference is really funny.
Oh, just that even.
Just that,
Okay. I mean, I think in Tokyo or bigger cities in Japan to be more of a festival thing, but...
Really? I don't think so.
But yeah, at least in most places in Japan, I think it'll be the quieter version that a lot of people talk about. Yeah. And as for Harumi's family's side, we would usually celebrate the lunar calendar's New Year's. So usually it's around the end of January or February, around there. Yeah. So the New Year's of each actual year is not that important for Harumi's family side. I mean, we do maybe say some greetings, but it's not that huge. So we don't usually meet up or anything. Yeah. If we ever do go back to Fukuoka, to see Harumi's parents, it would be in February. It would be the lunar calendar's New Year. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we usually spend New Year's. In 2025. So maybe around that time, we'll be talking a little bit more about how we spend the lunar calendar's New Year's, maybe in February. But at the point of recording, we really haven't done anything special, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if you go to more of the countryside areas in Japan, they still have those, old traditions, you know. I mean, we could make. I think I've talked a little bit about like these old things that the kids will play with, you know, like with the how do you call
Hagoita,
it? Yeah, all that kind of stuff. It's something
karuta.
like about badminton thing, or we have these card games called the karuta, which is kind of like the type of toys that kids will play with during the Shogatsu season. But no, our kids were playing Minecraft. So yeah, I don't really feel these traditions are alive. I mean, maybe the food is alive a little bit more compared to like those ways of playing and stuff. Maybe it really depends on where you're living in Japan. Because me and Harumi has lived only in like in the major cities. I feel so. You know,
Maybe,
Tokyo, Hiroshima, Fukuoka, you know, Kyoto, are one of the biggest cities in each region. So
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe the people I know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe people I know
Mm-hmm.
love like kimono or like traditional culture.
Oh yeah.
So they did super traditional things,
Oh really?
like wearing kimono, go to shrines
Oh yeah.
to do the
Couple of years ago when Hinata was still a baby, we made one video when it was the year of the ox.
Yeah,
We went to the
yeah.
ox shrine.
That is
That's
because
like an old video we made
uh
on Shogo.
it's a period of the what was
Right.
it, corona
COVID. Yeah.
COVID, yeah.
It was
So
during the
you
COVID pandemic.
during the
right?
COVID pandemic, so you don't have the job.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's right.
So we
I
can
couldn't
go.
work.
Yeah, I couldn't.
during the New Year's season. So
That's right.
exactly, and we couldn't work, and it was also very difficult to move around, so we couldn't see family anyways.
Yeah.
So we had to just hang out with each other basically. Yeah, we had a little bit more time. So yeah, but we haven't even gone to Hatsumode either.
Yeah,
the first visit to the
Hatsumode.
shrine of the year kind of thing. I think we didn't do it last year. We probably won't be doing it this year either. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talk so much about Japanese culture, and stuff like that. We don't follow a lot of the traditions, but I think that's like realistic, Yeah, a lot of people do love going to the shrines. I mean, I'm talking about what we still do and don't do, but the things that we still do is probably the food and also the first visit to the shrine we call Hatsumode. Hatsumode, I think a lot of people would still do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And also the food you said, osechi.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem is mostly you don't like the foods in osechi.
I think a lot of Japanese people don't like food in osechi.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. If you remember, do you guys know Matcha Samurai? He's like really big on like TikTok and Instagram and such. And yeah, he made a video saying, it was like laughing and saying that osechi, I hate osechi. Everything in osechi I hate. I never enjoyed osechi before. I'd rather go to McDonald's on Oshogatsu or something like that.
That is so funny.
That's totally random, but he was talking about that. I totally agree with him, to be honest.
Is it similar to like the Shisho, the Sunshine Shisho said, like
turkey
is super
Japan? Yeah,
dry.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Christmas, saying turkey is horrible.
Maybe traditional food is really...
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there was a time in history where that was a really luxurious meal. Yeah, but today we have so many different types of food. And osechi, traditional Japanese food itself, I don't really like that much in the first place. So osechi I've definitely never enjoyed before. My grandmother, in Kyoto, would make her own osechi meals for us with all these different ingredients and stuff like that, which all have a meaning. I'm pretty sure if you like Japanese culture, you've watched probably at least one of those videos where they explain about what this dish represents and what this dish represents. Yeah, some of like this dish. Yeah, for example, wishes for more kids. This wishes for more money, for success in business, for health of your family, growth of the kids, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So each dish has these different wishes, basically. Yeah, but we don't do that either. No, we don't do none of that. Nothing. We ate a little bit of mochi, rice cakes, but we didn't even do the ozoni, which is a type of what? Kind of like a soup that we have in during the New Year seasons, where you have all these different ingredients, and also it's typical to always have the rice cake in it. We didn't have that either, so yeah, I think that's realistic though. I don't want to say like just because we wear kimonos all the time, we do a lot of traditional culture. Just because of that, I don't want to lie to you guys and say, oh, I do all of these traditional stuff. No, I don't do any of them. I still live in Japan. I'm Japanese. Yes, and I don't really care. I think it's important that we are realistic, because I don't really force definitely not going to be forcing my kids to do these traditional things just because you should, you know. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I mean, yeah. Traditions that we want, at least I want to keep alive through my businesses and everything that I do are things that are actually enjoyable for the people today. Like, Osechi, I mean, it's great that we're wishing for everyone's happiness and stuff, but if it's not good to eat, then it's not like, why would you torture yourselves? I mean, absolutely, our kids will definitely not enjoy Osechi anyways. They're going to be leaving everything behind anyways. Right. It's just going to be a waste of food. So those traditions, I mean, if you want to carry them on, go ahead. But I'm definitely not the person as a leader, you know, doing that kind of stuff. So, I mean, like the ways you play with, you know, takoage, you know, with the kites, you know, and the hagoita and the karuta. I mean, those might be fun, but we don't have to do it, you know, just because it's New Year's. So, yeah. But anyways, we don't have to talk about that for 10 minutes. Yeah. But anyways, today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this new theory that I found inside me last year. That really kind of changed my mindset, changed my world. Yeah. To make a long story short, I really hope those of you listening to this like Attack on Titans. Yeah, because there's this character called Kenny, who is basically the person who grew and trained Levi. Yeah, there was a scene, you know, where Levi and Kenny fights each other, and when Kenny is about to die, he says something to Levi. He reveals that he's his uncle or father, or I forgot. Yeah, uncle or father, and he reveals that, and he's the one that actually raised him and all that kind of stuff. And also, as he is going to die, he says that basically everyone, regardless if you're an aristocrat or if you're a commoner, we have to be addicted to something. Basically, we're slaves of something. Kind of like a contrast to how Eren is trying to seek freedom, you know, his whole life. But in the end, we're all slaves of something. Yeah, you have to be addicted to something to survive, to live, you know. And, you know, it might be, if you might be addicted to justice, for example. You might be addicted to anything that has a very strong addiction. It might be gambling, it might be alcohol, it might be drugs, it might be, you know, all that other kind of stuff. And that idea really, really made sense to me. And I really think that what Kenny says in Attack on Titans really expresses how or the reason why I work so much. Yeah. Because the thing is that for a long time, because as you guys know, if you're listening to this, you're definitely a very close fan of Let's Ask Shogo, and you guys are probably supporting, you know, us very much. So we really appreciate that. But you guys probably know that I am definitely a workaholic, a typical workaholic. You know, I work all the time and I'm happy about it. I have a smile on my face and I'm working 24/7. You know, there is not a single day since I what is that sound? I think it's an alarm or something started off. No, it's all right. So yeah, ever since I started working, I started my own company like 6 years ago. I've never actually properly took a day off of work before. What was it?
Alarm to let me.
Gotta keep your phone close to you, honey.
Okay.
Things like that can happen. But anyways, yeah. So I've never taken a proper day off, and and I enjoy everything that I do. But for a long time, because I'm like that, a lot of people tell me to take a vacation, and of course I can't do like. What should I say? Like meeting my friends or, you know, all that kind of stuff because I'm always working, right? And I was really thinking that I maybe might be a little bit too different from other people, and I was seeing that as something a little bit negative. Yeah. But because I was able to meet this way of thinking, this idea, this mindset, it really helped me to kind of understand myself a little bit more, you know? Yeah. So basically, everyone has to be addicted, relying on something, or we're slaves of something. And for me, it's work. You know, basically we need something to kind of blow our minds basically once in a while, if that makes sense. You know, it might be the alcohol we drink, it might be the cigarettes we have, or all that other stuff. It might be video games, you know, it might be whatever, but traveling, yeah, it might be traveling, you know, going all over the world. That might be fun too. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things that we do, a lot of things that happen in life are really hard, right? And we have to overcome these things, you know, these negative feelings and negative events that happens in our lives. It really is up to what you rely on to overcome these things. And for me, it's definitely work. About thinking about what to do next, you know, and then putting up all the plans on how to make this goal a reality, you know, how to achieve this goal, and doing everything and actually getting the results. Just brings out the dopamine in me, basically. Yeah, so to make it a little bit easier to say, maybe it's you have to have some way that you like or use to bring out dopamine in your brain, basically. So
that's true.
So, a lot of people talk about how to be successful, right? Like how to be become a person that can set goals and achieve them. Yeah. And a lot of people say, you gotta have routines, or you gotta have a big goal, or you have to have, gotta work hard and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think that's true from my personal point of view. I don't think that's true. You just have to put yourself in an environment where you're going to be addicted to what you're doing.
Oh.
So for example, like let's say a person who is a professional athlete, he or she is playing sports and he's a professional. That person, I personally believe in what most cases, I feel that person probably has been doing it for a long time, since they were young, and they get results, right? They get good results because they're talented, and they get good results from that, playing a sport, winning, for example. Yeah. Their parents or friends would say, "Oh, you're doing a great job, you're awesome, you're so cool." And then because you start to be addicted to that, you work even harder towards what you're doing. Yeah. And then you get more results and you get more feedback and you get happier. Yeah. And you keep on doing that. So that's why a lot of successful people, I think, says that when people around them say that, "Oh, you work so hard," the people that actually are successful don't really feel that they're working hard because they're just simply doing what they're addicted to.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because we want approval, right? We want people to recognize us, and we want people to say that you have a reason to exist.
Yeah.
And when you find that thing, you start to get addicted to it, and you work harder for it. And if you can basically put yourself in that state, in that environment where you do it because you naturally want to, then you'll be able to get the success you want to, I feel. So having, just routines or setting a big goal, trying to be successful, I think it's almost impossible. Humans aren't built like that. We can't continue to do something that makes us suffer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be something that gives us a reward, which might be the dopamine or all those hormones inside our body, wherever it is, But it's that's what's important, I feel, So yeah, that's something that really made me kind of change my mindset towards how I see myself. Yeah, and I really want you guys to let me know what you think about this. Yeah. So like for example, our kids too. If we want our kids to have a lot of freedom with whatever they do, yes, we need to cheer them on when they do something we want them to do. And then they feel rewarded because, you get approval from their parents. Yeah. So our kids, whenever they do something on their own, that they start doing something like we were saying earlier, but Hinata is really into Minecraft right now. And she can really build a lot of stuff that we can even imagine how it would happen,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we of course say that's amazing. Yeah, if she starts drawing a picture, we say that's amazing too. And we want her to be addicted, basically, be slaves of challenging new things. Yeah, so being a slave or being addicted to something doesn't have to have a negative, connection to something. It could easily, but it's not always the case, right? Yeah. So it's really about how you direct yourself in that direction of putting yourself in a position where you'll be addicted to something positive, I feel. Yeah. So what are you addicted to then, honey?
I
suddenly bring the theme over to you.
Yeah, I was thinking while listening to your story, but maybe I guess I am a little bit addicted to new things, maybe to learning things.
Oh, okay.
I really love to learn something, like knowing new things.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I think that is because I can work with you.
Okay.
Because you are constantly doing new things, so I can go the same path with you.
Okay.
Because I am addicted to new things. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe, we'll see. I mean, you don't have to absolutely know.
Yeah, what do you think I am addicted to?
I am not too sure, actually. I don't know. Yeah, but I think it is the same thing, though.
Addicted to you.
Addicted to me? Yeah, I'm very... If I said, "Yo, you're addicted to me," it's very romantic. Yeah, I'm not such a narcissist to say that, but I think we were kind of
Yeah,
addicted to
new
similar.
things.
It's similar, I think.
Yeah, learning
Basically.
things, like challenging new things.
Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I really love that the feeling that I am better than like better me, like better than yesterday.
You're
Yeah,
becoming a better
becoming.
version of
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah. I love that feeling.
Oh,
Not
okay.
staying at the same point.
Makes sense.
Mm.
That basically gives you a sense of reward
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that really changed my mindset a lot, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
I was looking back at the old podcast that we posted
Oh.
before we revived Shogo and Harumi's podcast. But there was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of episodes where I was just talking about the ways that I think about certain things and
Mm.
such. So I thought
Yeah.
we could do something like this too. But absolutely related to Japanese traditional culture
Mm-hmm.
stuff too. There's a lot of things we want to talk about too. So we'll probably talk about it in a different episode. I actually have an online lesson with Six Sensei coming up in about 20 minutes. I have to go soon. But yeah, I think one thing that we really enjoyed talking about,
Mm-hmm.
Harumi and I talked about, was right after Harumi's performance of
Yeah.
Japanese traditional dancing. We were talking a little bit about what basically makes our masters special, basically
Yeah.
our instructors, how their techniques are different from those who are basically called trainees,
Mm-mm.
And to make a long story short, probably won't be talking about this in a different episode. Just to give you a short explanation of what we talked about, is that basically the people who are training in something, I mean, even the instructors are training in it forever until the end of their lives, but the huge difference between if you're just on the path of training or if you're a professional and you're still training is that if you are doing that, or that has become you. So for example, if we take the case of Harumi's Nihonbuyo, Japanese traditional dancing instructor Shizuki Sensei,
Yeah.
trainees are performing Nihonbuyo. Yeah. But Shizuki Sensei, Nihonbuyo is her, basically. Yeah. Her, the Shizuki Sensei and Nihonbuyo are not separate things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shizuki Sensei is Nihonbuyo itself, and Nihonbuyo is Shizuki Sensei. That makes sense. Okay. You're not riding a car, your self is the car kind of thing, if that makes sense. You're not getting into a vehicle, you yourself is that vehicle kind of thing, because you're riding it so much. You're not separated from it anymore. Yeah. Even when you're not on stage, yes, how you act or how you move, yeah, and all that kind of stuff is all based on what you've been training on. Maybe it's, Budo will be the same too. Yeah. Because let's say, I was just talking a little bit about Six Sensei too, because we were going to be doing our online lessons soon. But Six Sensei too, I am training in Asayama Ichiden Ryu, but Six Sensei is not doing Asayama Ichiden Ryu. Asayama Ichiden Ryu is him. Yes, because he's the headmaster, That's the level that we have to try to seek, I really feel, whenever we're training, like in a Japanese traditional culture, I think. Yeah. The ultimate goal is to become that. Yeah. As long as you look like you're doing that, you're doing the Nihonbuyo, or you're doing tea ceremony, or doing no theater, or doing Kobudo, then you're still just a trainee. You're definitely not in a professional level yet. Yeah. When people see you and they think that you yourself is that art that you're doing, yeah, that's the level when you finally reach the professional stage, I feel. And once you got into the professional stage, of course, training still goes on from there. Yeah. I mean, teaching people is definitely another new stage, I bet. Yeah. And becoming older and dealing with how your body doesn't move like you could in the past when you were younger, dealing with how to do, move your body, and even in such situations and all that kind of stuff is probably the same learning as well. Yeah. Putting yourself in your master's shoes, basically, and feeling that would be something different as well. So yeah, so we've been talking about these kind of things too.
Yeah,
so
like anything is same, like right, like dancing.
Oh yeah,
instruments,
any instruments. Anything. Yeah, exactly.
And
so
the same thing among these professional. I think they do those things look really easy.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it look easy. Yeah.
It's like they're breathing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, super. They look super easy and relaxed. But at the same time, I've heard Shizuki Sensei explained to me, she is still like constantly thinking so many things, like this angle, the hands of the angle, the angle of the hands, and everything. She is controlling everything. But it looks really easy.
But
it's still super difficult.
That's right. Yeah, it looks effortless. That's probably what you're trying to say. Exactly. That's right. That's so true for all of our senseis, I think, whenever they do their art. So stuff like that, too, we'll probably be talking about in the future episodes. But anyways, it's been 25 minutes, and it's about time I really have to get going now. So thank you so much for listening to this podcast, too. And we'll keep on taking memos of stuff we can talk about. Maybe next time, Harumi might bring us a new topic to talk about and stuff.
Maybe.
Or if you guys can give us any ideas for topics, it'd be great if you can let us know in the comments. All right? Then I think that'd be it. Anything else you want to say?
No.
That's good? All right. Thank you so much, guys. We'll talk to you again in the next episode. Sayonara. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.